Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with a tall and skinny card. I haven't done one of these for a while, using the country flowers. I might pull this down a little bit because I think my sentiment's a little bit high, and I'm thinking of running one of my pieces of DSP through one of these beautiful new embossing folders, maybe the dots or the swirls. So I've got my pieces ready. This is an old denim ribbon and I thought it went beautiful with this paper. So I've got a couple of strips. One's for a bow and one's for a, not a bow, what do they call that? A tie. And I may even, I forgot my cardstock. This is 7 by 8 1/4. And this is, I think this is just 8 inches by, let me have a look at my, I got headlights sieve. I made this card a couple of days ago, so this is 3 3/8. And I've chose 2 pieces of the Country Woods in DSP. What I might do is run this piece through an embossing folder and then cut it down into 3 strips or 4 strips. And maybe cut this one down and alternate them just to give it a little bit of a different effect. I found some old doilies and all I did here was cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again, and I don't think I need to do it on this one because I put the ribbon on and then glued them separately. I might just glue it all on and then put my ribbon through. I just think it gives it that country style look. I only found about 3 of those in total, so, but isn't that a beautiful tall and skinny card to give somebody? So I tell you what we'll do first. I make those from my A3 paper, and I get 2 full cards, and I also then cut some little pieces down. They were 4 by 4, but I've cut them down to 3 by 3. I found my last 3 little 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 envelopes, but I had 4 cards, so I've made one little envelope. It's only made out of photocopy paper because people just open the envelopes and throw them in the bin anyway. So I'll be doing something with a set of those because I found lots of these. The acetate boxes, they're like the big ones, but these are for the 3 by 3 cards. They're actually 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, so I can give a little gift box of tiny little cards. So watch this space. I may use the new Layers in Beauty because it's a massive stamp, but they also got a smaller version of the actual stamp to maybe make a set of 4 flowers. So I'm not gonna run that one. I think I may do the swirl because this is a normal embossing folder. So I'm gonna pick this swirly bit there. I hope I've got it in the right way. I think. Close that up. I'm just gonna take my sandwich. Give me a second. Oh. So I don't need my bottom plate. I think I got itchy feet. No, I don't need this one. This is for dies. I don't need my shim. But for a normal embossing folder, it's just 2 plates, and I'm using my, because that doesn't go out of shape and it stops me from cutting into my top plate, even though I put it in and didn't go all the way through and it cracked it. My fault. But I'm just going to run that through, fingers crossed. I can't fetch the machine over, it's too heavy. Well, it's a beautiful, massive folder. So let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Love that pattern. But you can get a whole half of a piece of cardstock in there. It's 6 by 8 1/2. So I put my shim back together. And get my, love it, love it, love it. So let's just measure this quickly now because I cut this at 4. Yeah, it's still 4. by 3 1/4. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 1.5, but then that would leave me with a 1-inch strip. What would I need to do to have 3 panels? So 1 and soon work it out. You've got 8. I'm not really going to be able to do. I might just chop them in half and cut them at 2 inches, just to break up the pattern. Keep that nice and straight. Oh, look what it's done. It's sprayed my paper. Let's see if again. I tell you what, I'm going to use that bit where the ribbon's going to go, so you won't see that, because it's not done too bad on this section. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You won't see it. I'm just going to straighten that with my scissors. There we go. Can't tell. I don't really want to go too... I'm going to leave that one because that one's going to go in the centre. So I want this piece obviously near the centre. So I need to work out. I'm going to do top. Then I'm going to do the wooden panel. Then I'm going to do this panel because that's where my stripe will go through. And then we've got another wooden panel. I don't mind overlaying them a tiny little fraction. It's just to break up the pattern, because anyone can do 2 patterns and just glue them down. So I thought I'd do a bit more with that. So if I start with this bottom piece and my top piece, love the pattern on the back of this as well, but the 2 blues together, and now I've got the tiniest border. So glue that into place. Then I'm going to get the piece that's going to be covered. I love that swirl though. Beautiful swirl. I've got about 100 embossing folders that I've bought over the years, and I don't tend to do much with them. I buy them, I make one project, and then that seems to be me done. But I should start to use them a little bit. But mind you, that blue would look nice, wouldn't it? Should we swap that? Oh, let's have that, that and that. And then we could even turn the pink over. Or we could have the pink. And then the blue again. Just to break up that pattern. No, I'm going to stick to me, what I said I was going to do. And I'm going to make sure my pink lines up with this pink. Again, just making sure. Oh, that's a bit skew with Gaynor. That's better. Well, that was lucky. Squidge that into place before it stuck, because this goes off pretty quick. Oh, look at that tiny little border there. So I'm not going to rub too hard because I don't want to rub away my embossing. That's gorgeous. Oh, I like that. And then I'm going to have my ribbon. So you're not going to see that little mistake. I do have some tape that fits my ribbon. It's about the same width. It's just so it's not flapping around. And if you've got it, I say use it. So there you go. Just gonna use the back of my bone folder. Peel off my tape. It might be a little bit too long, but it's better to have too much than not enough. Make sure that looks nice and straight. Oh, that is long. Oh, that is long. Might even meet in the middle. Oh, near enough, but just want to... Oh, now that's going to look cute. Like I'm saying, I left my card at 8 1/4 because that's our card width. If you're in America, yours is 8 1/2. and did it by 7 inches and scored at 3.5. That is cute. First of all though, I've done it. I've put my ribbon on, haven't I? I was going to glue this down. Maybe I'll leave the ribbon underneath. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to use glue. I get ahead of myself and then I forget what I'm doing. So I'm going to use the tape runner. Because even though it pokes through the holes, it doesn't stick out that much. And I don't mind the fact that it's a little bit loose. I mean, no. And I'm coming down and I'm going to come down just a touch and line it right up with that edge. You can see that it's glossy through it because of the ink, but if you run your finger over it, it's perfect. I'm going to turn this into a little knot. It's just a little piece that was hanging off. I've got enough there to make 2 probably. Get my ribbon scissors. Just going to trim that a little bit. It's a bit too long. I'll level it up in a minute. There we go. Oh, that's a bit too small. Never mind. We're all set. Look at me trying to. That's a bit bit silly. So my doily is on. My ribbon is on, and now we are going to do some. I've got a piece of mossy meadow which is going to cut out these beautiful little leaves. I'll do that now while I've got the mini trimmer. I might cut. Do you think I'd get 2 lots? Let's see, because we can tuck it. And if there's not enough space, don't worry about it, because we can tuck it under. We're going to tuck one behind the flower anyway. Take that out. There's my beautiful little bunch of leaves. Whoops, she says. And we're going to have a little tiny bit of a hangover there, but I reckon I can get another leaf out of that. Even if it chops a little bit of the leaf off. Get that pulled out. Get that moved. I will be fetching the dye machine back in a minute. Well, let's get my little pokey tool. It's just taking the top of that leaf off, but if you notice on this card, I can tuck that way instead. But I tell you the truth, it's barely cut any off, so I don't think you would notice it that much. Maybe I could tuck one in just below, underneath, because we've got a really long card, or we could tuck it in the side by the pail there before I stick my dimensionals down. Oh, that's a good idea. So we'll stick those down in a moment. I have got my pieces of white cardstock. Just put that down. Go back in there. Got my black memento ink. I love the pail. I used on this one as well, if you can see it, some Winker Stella. There it is, just to give it a feeling of I've just watered it and the water splashed over the side. So I do like that. So my pail. Oh, cute. I love the stool. It's, do you know, when you see it on the box, it looks tiny, but look at the difference. It's so much bigger. Ooh, look at that. I might get all 3 out of that. But I am going to stamp my sentiment. I'm going to fussy cut that out by hand. Whoops. Beautiful. And now for these beautiful flowers. And I'm going to colour. Pop that away. Let me just pop my glue away, otherwise it'll dry up before I can squeeze anything out of it. Just give that a press. Oh, I'm going to set them to one side just for a moment. I'm a bit of a pain, but I've got to clean these stamps. I am so fussy. So I'm just going to give them a quick clean, give them my chance for my black memento ink, because I'm also going to come back and stamp the inside of my card. And I've got one more sentiment. So for the inside, if you look, I use my basic beige to match the outside of the card, stamp the flower, and then put sending love on the inside. So let's grab that. I'm going to use my VersaFine black ink because I just love how dark this is. And I'm just setting this off to the side a touch. Beautiful. And I can, because I needed to wash my flowers. And I'm basically just gonna stamp just over there. Isn't that beautiful? That's for the center of the card. Oh, this is so cute. Now all my bits are clean. My ink's away. What did I fetch the Lost Lagoon for? I've got Lost Lagoon ink here. I have no idea why my lost... maybe I did that. Oh, I used that on a different card. I forgot to put it away. I wondered why it was on my desk. So, let's do some colouring first. I got my ribbon. I got my leaves. Got my clean stamps. I've got all my colours. Let's pop these here. Got my dies ready, got my card ready, and I'm just going to look at my pail. And I tend to do, what did I pick up? This is a balmy blue, and I should have picked up boho. I'm going to swap it for boho blue. When I can find it. Gaynor's lost a boho blue. Seaside spray. Ah, there we go. No, that's the wrong. There it is. I found it. Oh, I think the boho blue goes with the designer search paper. Let me have a look. I picked up balmy blue for that one. It's a little bit paler. Yeah. Oh, it's Pool Party, not boho blue. It's not even balmy blue either. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stick with the blue. I think it might be on this one. Basic bits, Misty Moonlight. Ah, it's Misty Moonlight. I'm not going that dark. Oh well, I'll stick to me boho blue. So I'm going to use the dark, and I'm just going to come. It is a little bit dark. I'm going to go all the way across the bottom of that pail. And I'm using the line as a guide, and it's flicking outwards. That will blend, so don't worry if you miss a few. And a little bit. And I mean a little bit down this side. Now we're going to blend with the paler. Let me fetch you in a bit. Whoop, wrong way. So you can see that I've just flecked it down the sides. I'm just going to blend it in. It is a little bit dark. I'm just going to keep going over this side. I'm not bothered that I might go over the lines. That is a bit too dark for me. I'm going to go back and grab my... I've dropped it on the floor. I'm going back to my light balmy blue. So this is a bit of a bristle head. It's running, the nib's gone. But it might represent my, oh, that is really going. So this can just be my paler area. Whoops. Drop my pen on the floor. My nib's going on that one as well. But I like that actually. So I'm going to fetch my Winker Stella in. Give it a good shake. And I'm just going to come down this side. Give that a squirt. Oh, there it goes. And it's just to represent water. From when I've just put the, well, you'll see when I put those gorgeous flowers on the top. That's got it. And I just want the glistening water as if I've spilt it down one side. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now for our little stool. I'm using the crumb cake, and again I'm going to use the dark, and I'm just putting a line under each leg, and I'm going to flick across and just this way a little bit, and that's it. That's all I'm doing for that one. And then we come in. These are new pens, so I'm trying not to press too hard on my nibs. I'm not even going to try and, well, I'll just blend a little bit in between. And I'm just going to blend that colour in just to give it shade. So lightly go down and then come back in and blend. Just gives it a little bit of a realistic look. That is so cute. Go across that line there. That is so cute. Just set that to one side. Now we're going to come in with our beautiful flower. Got itchy hands. So I'm using the nib tip. And this is Old Olive. I just think it's a proper leafy colour green. I could have used my new Shy Shamrock, but I think it's a bit too bright. Bit too bright. Whoa, now my eyeballs are going. So there's a bit of a leaf behind that flower. And I'm going down the stems, if you notice. Just to make them look a bit more realistic. Now for my, and I'm just going down each back side. You can barely see it, but up close, if you are sitting here looking at the card, you can see the variation. Don't want to go too wild because it bleeds outwards. Nice. Now somebody said to colour your succulent in green as well, but I think I'm going to change the colour. I'm going to colour my little succulent here in the boho blue, just in the pale for now. So I want some variation of colour. And you can just literally go around the edges. And then just fill in between. Straight lines, that's all I'm doing. Perfect. Come back with the dark. And then just go down one side of each petal. Just to highlight it a little bit. There we go. Cute, cute, cute. Now I've only got the dark pale pink. So what I'm going to do is I am colouring the outside of this flower. And the centre. And this one I'm just going in that centre. Well, around the petals. I'm just drawing circles and drawing lines. That's it. So you can let it dry a bit and then keep coming in, but it's because it's the same colour, it's not going to get that much darker. You can try and try and try and try and try, but it's just going to deepen that colour. You're not going to see it against itself. More's the pity. So I'm going to use the dark. I'm just going to add some dots around the outside. And in the centre. Colour these beautiful little leaves. There's not much variation in the flowers. And I'm just going to go around the outside of each petal with the dark. And then I'm going to come in with the light. But it's that simple. There's not a lot of shading you can do on a flower that small. That is cute. Cute, cute, cute. Right, let's zoom you back out a little bit. We've got our bits now. And we're going to fetch in this little tiger again. I'm going to get my flower done first. Don't quote me. I think I might. Oh, there we go. There it is. Beautiful. I want to ask, like, I want to do lives, but with my camcorder, I can't get it to run. I've got to use my phone. Look how beautiful that's cut out. Gorgeous. I've got to use my phone. So I'm going to chop that off. That'll come good for a sentiment. I've got a little tub up there. And I always go through them to see if I can make a sentiment before I go chopping off some other papers to make. I don't want to chop up a big piece of paper when I've got enough in my little tub. So let's get these. My bottom pink thing is supposed to be magnetic, but it's a bit damaged at the minute, so fingers crossed. I'll cut them both out. Yay! Now we've got our sentiment. Oh, beautiful, look at that. And then we're going to fussy cut this out. You could use a die, I'm waiting on a few little dies to come still. I did choose to fussy cut this one by hand. I made a little tiny boo-boo, that's why I tucked it under there. This now, it can be glued down on our card. I'm going to use the glue on this one. We're going to just go over the ribbon. I like the fact that I've used the tape. It secures the ribbon. It won't slip out of its place. And it should stay stuck down. I mean, I could swap that round. But I'm going to keep it the way I have it on the card. And I'm going to make sure I've got myself a nice little border all the way around. Oh, that's so cute. I'm basically just going to press where that ribbon is to make sure it is smoothed down. Oh, I love that. Look at the difference with the embossing folder. This one is cute, but I like them both. So let's put my dies out there out of the way. Let's get some dimensionals. I'll cut the edge ones first on one side. Grab my scissors. Oh, that's going to fit down that leg, lovely, as I call it, a leg. Well, it is, isn't it, really? So then, one. I'm going to stay away from the edge a little bit now because I want my floral pieces. And I'm just going to stick one in the center there. So we'll come back to that in a sec. Let's position these now. I'm going to come down a little bit further. And I'm just going to have a mess around. So let's get a little bit of glue just here. Right, where's the one? That's the one that's cut. And I'm just going to stick that on there this time. And I'm going to have my sentiment on the other side. So when I come up, am I going to have it that way? Yeah, I think so. But I want to come down a little bit. You can always mess around first and then attach later. So let's do the stool first. Press, press, press. I want to just add a bit of glue to stop that from sticking up so my dimensionals don't get or look uneven. I'm going to line that up. I love the way these all fit together. I love the shine that's sparkling on that, and then just gonna, you could fetch it to the, I'm just gonna put mine in the middle of my stool, and then my beautiful flowers. Who doesn't like a little bit of sparkle? So you can have a play. I add mine in like that one, but I'm just looking. I don't mind the fact that my, oh, maybe that's a little bit lopsided. There we go. I'm gonna just come down a little bit. That's better. So this one, we can either grow this out the back, but I want to make sure I've got enough for my sentiment. So I could. Oh, that would look pretty on the side. I'm going to do that on the side actually. So blah, 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 blah. Just on the back, and then I'm going to put a little bit on the front. Just where I'm going to tuck that in there. And if you are quite happy with that, now I'm going to just attach my leaves. Now I know where they're going down. Make sure I got them glued down. Oh, that is so pretty. Where's my glue? I'm gonna get myself a glue dot. And attach that to the back of my knot. Now you've got a nice looking knot and you've got an ugly knot at the back, so I'm going to stick it at the back. And I'm just going to attach that ribbon just there. Well, it's a knot, but oh, isn't that pretty? That is so cute. Right, let's go back now and fussy cut, she says. I don't know what to do. Oh, do I fussy cut? I'm not the best fussy cutter, see. I had some circles. I was playing around with a card earlier and I wasn't sure if I liked the card, but I cut some circles out. And these are come from, let me see if that would fit. Oh, only just. But it would fit. These came off as well. What are they called? Background something. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, picture this, guys. I cut these out. So I used the larger one and one of these small ones on a different card. I wasn't sure if I liked the card. But these are all the other bits that came out of I'm Gaynor Just Fussy Cut. Let me just have a look. Let me see if that will fit on there. No, not quite. If I had the bigger one, it would. So I'm just going to leave that for something else. Stick to your guns. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, I've got a bigger one, but I think that's too big. Definitely too big. I've already cut it out. Right, Gaynor, stop it. Stop it. I'm going to just cut it roughly first, because I can't do it with all this overhang. See, look, I've got space there for a sentiment. I'm always thinking of another card, so I don't want to go too mental because I'm not the best. It's when it comes to doing circular motions, I am terrible at them. Or going over an oval. They always look spiky. Oh, that's not too bad. That will do. That will do. Gaynor's not the bestest. So let's grab. I've got a little half one there that'll fit in there, and another one, two. Oh, that finishes off my packet. That's good. You could even run your. I'm using D3 envelope or D5 envelopes, proper office envelopes with a cello bag. So if you want to spruce up your envelope, and I'm just going to put that there. So lucky to know you. Make sure that's nice and straight. Now I've got these brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I have got some other gems coming, but I think these are really cute. I used the gold on this one. I think I'm going to go with the antique brass on this one. I'm I'm going to pop a large one there right in that doily, and then I'm going to have a large and a small one just tuck. Yeah, I'm going to tuck that one there, just down there. I've got plenty of gems that I can be using up for different projects. And there we go, we've got an extra leaf in here. We've pulled down the stool a little bit, giving ourselves a little bit more space up the top. Where's my envelopes? I can't find, oh there they go. Is this it? Yeah. So I've got these office envelopes and cello bags to match. And they will fit in there beautiful without seeing the blue section. Now I cut my cards 3.5, well 7, but you can go up to as much as 4 inches for one of these cards. So let me show what it looks like presented. And if you want to shrink down your envelope a little bit, because it might be a bit, you could run the envelope through that large embossing folder and give your envelope some texture. So I will try that one day with but that's the one I made before, and then this is the one we've just made together. I love the one with the pattern in there and splitting up the wood papers. But there we go, the one I made earlier and the one we've just made together. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up and a share, that'd be fantastic. All glory to our great Lord and Saviour, who gives us these wonderful talents to share with you gorgeous ladies. And come back on the next video. Take care everyone and be kind. See you soon. Bye.